Hello and welcome to Shamrock Valley. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog, and today is June the 2nd and we are up here at RBM Agriculture. This is our local shop, this is our local dealer. As you can see, they're a John Deere dealer. We actually came up here last time, I think. And the reason why we're up here, the reason why I've got dropped off is because of this. So it has arrived, finally, our new combine for the farm. The Fiat was we weren't able to get it back. It had sort of passed its useful life. It's still functioning and still working, but it can't do the number of fields and the amount we've got. So nice new combine. I say new. It's new to us. It does have a few hours on it already. From its previous owner, but it should do our farm pretty well. We couldn't get a John Deere header that worked well enough with it, or that wasn't too wide for it, to be honest. So we got a Ziegler header here. This should do us quite well. It's only marginally less wide than our header on the back there. But yeah, both of those should do us pretty well going around the farm. So we're going to get this back. I've just got the keys from the shop. Let's start her up. Sounding very nice. Right, and we want to lift our header. And away we go. So yeah, absolute beauty this. This should easily do us for everything we need. I'm not expecting us to have any issues with it. 4,200 litre tank on this, which would be fine. Our trailer is going to be massive overkill for this combine, because this combine, you know, I think it's a 16. I think we've got a 16,000 litre trailer in our Brohan, so that is going to get filled 4 times by this combine, but that's not a problem, seeing as it is just me on the farm these days. It means that we should get entire fields into that trailer, whereas if we had a smaller tractor and trailer, I'd have to run back to the farm and it'd take longer to do fields. So yeah, we're able to park a tractor and trailer at the side of the field, cut with this, and then we'll be okay. Other nice thing about this is that it is nice and thin for the roads. So coming up against our neighbours here, we can easily pilot this back down to our farm. It means that we can easily get about, and it's a good sized combine for our fields. So I'm quite happy with that. We're going to go the long way round. I don't really want to take it down that single track lane. And the main roads afford us a little bit of extra room. And I'm just sort of having a look at our fields as we go past. And they're all looking pretty healthy. We've got some good growth going on at the moment. It's been a week or so since we cut the grass, actually, as well, and that's the other job we're going to be doing today. It's nicely dried out. We've had a few really warm days, and as a result, we've got a good, really good amount of hay ready for us to row up and bale. So we're going to be getting out and rowing up and baling in a bit. But this is, yeah, once we've navigated back with this combine, ideally an escort would be much better. But I didn't. While I got a lift up to the shop, they couldn't stick around, so I've had to do this on my own and get this back down. Should be all right. As I said, this isn't a huge combine, so as a result, we tend to be all right. Want to turn down here. We can a car coming, we can fairly easily pull over. Looks like some of our other farmers have some nice crops as well. I know a few of them might ask us to help out and to help us do some stuff ourselves. Let's pull that over. There we go. Right, hopefully no one will meet us on the bridge. No, there is a car. Oh, there's a car going the other way. Oh, yeah, there is somebody going to meet us on the bridge. Ah, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately, the traffic around here doesn't always like to stop, which causes all sorts of fun. But the roads are wide enough to accommodate a combine like this. So that's good news. And as you can see, we've got a fairly good navigation back. That's our field as well. We've got a few weeds in there. I think we're going to have to go spraying some weeds in the near future. Just around the farm. I'm seeing a few weed patches springing up. There we go. And into our farmyard. Should be okay. There we are. Chicken's doing well. Which is good news. Well, this should fit. The other reason why we got this combine is because we need one that fits under our grain store here. Otherwise, that just causes a whole load of problems. I'd have to start I'd either have to move that grain store or start knocking down buildings. So, yeah. Let's turn our beacons off because we don't need those on anymore. And we don't need to indicate. I think I need to get the mower out around the yard. It's really, really overgrown with grass at the moment. We've got, yeah, quite a lot of grass that needs cutting around our own yard. So I'm going to attack that in a little bit and get that cut down. Just neaten things up around here, I think. Right, and then we'll bring this over here. Oh, looking over there, the pigs have made a bit of a mess. We should probably clear them up first. Right, we're just going to park this here until I can rearrange things around the farm a little bit. Oh, I still have my indicator going. But there we go. It is here. It is in the yard. And, yeah, that is awesome. That is our new combine. So, let's go get our other tractor quickly. Or let's go get our little Fiat, our old Fiat tractor. Because, at the moment, our pigs are a little bit mucky. We've got the bucket on the front. That's good. So, start her up. And out we go. So, yeah, it's trying to keep the farm a little bit tidy at the moment is one thing I'm after. But we have lots to do round here at this time of year. It's kind of... We make hay, we look after the pigs, and we sort of get ready for harvest. Harvest is going to be in about a month or so. There's not a huge amount of it's one of those busy times where you're busy because you're kind of prepping everything. You're kind of getting everything ready for that harvest season. So yeah, it's that kind of busy time. All right, we sorted the pigs out. We now want to get this hay rode up, ready for us to get it baled. There we go. So that is that all done. And start this up, and we're going to use our 6810 for the rowing. Again, I tried, as I said last time, trying to spread the usage over the farm. Make sure the equipment is gets its fair share of usage. There we are. Oh. We okay? I think I'll check that back wheel. That alright? Yeah, that's alright. That's okay. I think we caught it on the edge of the barn. I need to make sure I park this a little bit further away from there. Can I get around this corner? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes the perspective can be a little bit off. You know, when you're sitting up here and you're looking down at that front wheel. But we're all good. Yes, there we go. Right, so we're heading into this field here. So this is the field we cut last time. As you can see, it's looking nice and golden with the hay now. So we'll get a few round bales of hay off here. We'll also do another cut later in the year. get another set of bales off here. If the fewer bales I have to buy in, the better, really. All right. There we go. So this is an interesting windrower. This rows to the left, but is a double rower, as you can see. So it's not quite as wide as two full rows, but it is, but it's wider than you get otherwise. So it's an interesting piece of kit from Pottinger. This just allows us to operate that little bit better than having a single rower on here, but at the same time allows us to still get down all of those tight spots and bits like this. So I kind of love this rower. I got very annoyed early on when I was looking around and just seeing the rowers with the single set of combs and going, well, that's not going to cover things very well, and it's going to, you know, just not work that well for us. And then I saw this and tried it out, and I went, that's a little bit odd, but that works really, really well for our fields. So yeah, that's why we've got this rower, and why it does the way it does. Because yeah, it is quite a nice rower from that perspective. And as you can see, rows up very, very nicely. So we're going to go round the headland twice on here, and then we're going to row up down the middle. So there we go, round we go. And this job shouldn't take us too long today. I've got some feeding of the pigs and things to do later, but yeah, I just want to sort of cover this kind of thing with you guys today, because it's, well, you deserve to see the culmination of the work that we did last time. You can see even the weeds are growing in here. We're going to have to do something about that as well, I think. But first, let's finish up this row. There we go. Lift it up. Oh, and turn it off, because we don't want it disrupting our existing rows. And then bring it round here like so. Turn it back on and drop it down. Yeah, I find it's always a good idea when working with the windrower to not only lift it but also turn it off. It still tends to the air from the rower still tends to disrupt your existing rows. So I find it makes much more sense just to disengage the PTO. And with this one, what we do is we don't go up and down. Well, we go up and down, but we go up and down on a sort of a box setup like this. It means that we don't end up with double height rows, which just causes clogging in our baler and just, yeah, all sorts of issues that we just kind of want to avoid. So yeah, there we go. Right. And round. Yeah, so 2 more rows on this to get it done. And very nice. Like so. Just works really, really well for us. And means that we're, yeah, we've got some nice rows of hay ready for our, to get our baler with. So we're going to hook the baler up to this tractor next. We're not going to use our big tractor today at all, because I don't need to. And you know, I don't want to put the hours on the tractor if I don't have to. Especially with this one about. There we go. Just one little row for the end. But we are all rowed up nicely. I should say our new combine does have GPS on it. I don't know if you guys noticed the Starfire that was on the top. But yeah, it's a fully kitted out combine, our new combine. Fold that all in. And we'll take this back to the farm. But yeah, fully kitted out new combine. Should do pretty well. As I said, not a massive grain tank on it, but we don't need a massive grain tank. More useful to us is the small combine that will get around everything. Our biggest field is actually this one here that we got the sunflowers in. So yeah. But all the crops we've got, of course, are crops that we can use to feed the pigs. So we will sell off any surplus for the year. But yeah, we know how much we need to feed the pigs. So we will hold on to those. At the moment, the long-range weather forecast is looking fairly good for sort of late summer, autumn, when we're going to be doing our harvesting. There we go, nicely back in there. Disconnect that. Disconnect the PTO and drop that down. And then we want to pop over here and grab our baler, our class Roland 250. So nice little old class baler. This has done us pretty well. As you can see, we're down to our last bale of hay here for the horses. So we want to get this sorted. 2 horses take a while to get through a bale of hay, though. In all fairness. There we go. And away we go. And get this baled up. I'm very pleased with this baler. Used this baler a few times so far, and yeah, used it all of last year, of course. And yeah, worked really, really well. Very nice baler, this. So let's turn it on, drop it down, and get as much of this bit in the entrance of the field as we can. And away we go. So yeah, it works well behind this tractor. We don't need the extra power of our more recent one. And yeah, we're going to get a few bales off here looking at this. I mean, we're almost up to our first bale already. What that is... There we go. 98, 99... Just trying to get that last little bit. There we go. And unload our bale. And we're done. So we'll get the bale trailer in here later and get these all collected up and get them back to the farm. We've still got a few nice sunny days left. So yeah, not worried about that at all. Not worried about these getting wet. We should get these under cover fairly quickly, to be honest. There we go. 2 bales already off this headland. We are going to have a good number of bales off here. Thank you very much. And you can see, yeah, this whole tractor is working well. This 6810. I do love this tractor. I mean, this tractor has served us very, very well. And had it not developed the problem in the hydraulics at the front, that is just too expensive for us to fix, then yeah, it probably would have stuck being the main tractor on the farm for a lot longer, or our big tractor on the farm for a lot longer. But modernising is something that I'm interested in doing, and when I say it was too expensive to sort the hydraulics on the front of this, you know, and we went out and we got a whole new tractor. it's the cost effectiveness of getting the new tractor and what it allows us to do, what enables us to do in moving the farm forwards. So yeah, it made more sense rather than to get the hydraulics on this fixed, to go and invest that money instead towards a new tractor. So yeah. Getting a new tractor meant we didn't need to fix those front hydraulics, and we just took the 3-point off. It just made more sense to me. If you're not going to use them, you might as well remove them. Alright, there we go. But yeah, the front 3-point just wouldn't lift at all. So whenever we tried to do the front, whenever we were trying to use the front mower on here, what would end up happening is that it would scrape along the ground, or it would start trying to cut places we didn't want to cut, and it was just, yeah. And it just became a bit of a nightmare to try and use the front 3 linkage on here, and it meant we couldn't put any weights on the front. I mean, we had to take the front 3-point off just to put weight on the front of the tractor. So yeah, it became a chore of okay, we'll just leave the weight on the front of the tractor, and because we have something that we can use more effectively with that with a front 3-point. So yeah, that's kind of what the saga of this tractor is. How its use has changed over the last few months. Back up a little bit. And drop it out. So this is a good number of bales off here. I'm quite pleased with that. What, we got 2, 3, one behind us, 4, 5, 6 bales so far. I'm gonna get more, definitely. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 behind me. Very nice, very good. And whatever hay we don't get, we're gonna come back here with the bucket quickly and just try and scrape that up. I don't want to leave hay in the baler that we can't empty out of it, because we have got to do, likely before next time we do. Next time we do hay baling, we're very, very likely going to have to come and do some work with the with this doing straw. So a mixed straw hay bale is not something I particularly want. So yeah, if I can avoid doing that, I will. Just trying to clear a few of these patches up that we've got kicking around the field a little bit. Because it makes sense to get every piece of hay we can. Right, and let's jump into this row. Are we going to get 3 more bales off here? I think we're going to get 2. I think 2 is going to be a good count off here. There we go. Very nice. And then just pulling. Yeah, look at this. We are at 40, nearly 50% off that. So I think we got like half a bale left over at the end of this that we're probably going to have to get with the bucket, because I don't think we have enough hay left on this field to get 2. There's certainly not 2 bales per row. Is there a bale and a half is the question in that row, or even just Well, look at this. Look at this bits we've missed in the corners. Don't know that's because the windrower of the way the windrower was, but oh no, that's not a turn I'm going to make. I don't want to take that wall out. That would be an expensive repair, that one. So I'm going to go over this road. Not something I recommend doing that. But I need to get in on this corner here where you can see we've got a whole load of hay we can pick up. A fair amount of hay in that corner there was. Right, this little bit here, and then we're going to attack this row, see how far we get. We need a bale and a half in this row. I don't think we've got that. I don't think we've got that at all. We might, in fact, we might end up with a bucket full at the end of this row. Right, and empty that out. I think that might be half a bale. So I'm going to turn that off there, and we'll get the rest of this with the bucket, and that way we won't miss out on this. But at the same time, we won't be filling our baler with a whole load of more hay that we can't empty out of it. So, or that we'll just empty into a pile if we did, which is just a mess. So let's get this back to the farm, and then the last thing we do today, we're just going to grab the Fiat with the bucket, and see if we can't collect that up. So put this back in here if I can. Always a nerve-wracking, yeah. I think I might just park this here for the moment, and we'll get the Fiat, and I'll put that away later, just to get this job finished off, because otherwise we are going to be in a position that I don't kind of want to show you guys the those little bits that are a bit rubbish and a little bit time consuming, and just me going backwards and forwards trying to put stuff away, because I've got a bit of that to do later this afternoon. As I said, I've got some feeding of the pigs to do. I've got some other bits and pieces. So yeah, right, we are gonna jump into this field here with our bucket and just try and collect up those few bits of hay that are kicking about. Shouldn't be too bad. 5 litres off there. Did we get it all? Oh, not quite. Okay. Let's see if we can angle our bucket. There we go. No, that still went over the top. There we go. That's got it. Yeah. And then we just put this down and try and run it along the grass without scraping too much. Is the one issue I have is that I find it fairly difficult to work out what angle my bucket is at in this tractor. But that's got it. There we go. Yeah, there is not an entire bale full here at all. In fact, I'm not even sure there's an entire bucket full here at all. In fact, there is not. So that has got the rest of it. So we'll just go and give this straight to our horses. The remains of this. Might be able to get this. There's enough there to get this bit here as well. Yeah, we've got the space just to go around this corner here. And just run it across the grass. Doesn't do any damage to the grass if we get it to the right angle. I obviously don't want to dig up the field. That wouldn't be good. But, yeah, we're good. We've got a nice bucket full of hay here. So it was, yeah, nowhere near another bale's worth to be got off that field. But just enough for us to get our cows. And because of where we parked the John Deere, we're going to have to drive the long way round for this. But this should go down well with our horses, I think. There we go. I need to give the... look at that. I probably need to fill up the chickens' feed trough as well. So it's going to be a busy afternoon doing that kind of stuff. Alright, there we go. And... in we are. Still got a bale of hay here as well. Looking pretty full. I might have to just put this into storage somewhere, I think. Because I think looking at that, we've still got a fair amount of feed in there. So I'm going to leave this here for today. And sort of sort things out around the farm. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.